Hi, guys. Good day. This is Jonathan Ribble, and I just wanted to come on today and really just remind you that you, where you are worth more than you think. I was just reading something today that really stirred the blood. It was simple. It was simply this. Where did it go now? Now, if you could harvest organ your every organ and chemical in your body, then you could make $45 million. But in reality, medical transcription estimates the average price of a human dead body is more likely to fetch around $550,000 with a key body parts driving up the price. Now, to me, that is incredible. That is incredible. The the find out where we are here. Yeah, sorry, I had to go to a different page. I couldn't find the tab. But just imagine. By the way, Facebook user, I don't know who just said hello. Just going to put you up there. Welcome. But you're worth more than you think. Think about that. If the human body can fetch $550,000 when we're dead, just imagine what we're worth when we're alive. This is why there's people out there that can earn $1.9 million a day. Did you know that the average American spends 40 years earning $1.6 million? The average household income is around $40,000 in America. That's the average. There's a lot of people that are under average, but 40,000, think about this, 40,000 times 40 years is a $1.6 million. That's 40 years. So you will be a millionaire by the time you're dead. That's good news, isn't it? Wait a minute. That's not good news. I don't want to be a millionaire by the time I'm dead. The Israelites, when they left Egypt, they had a 40-year journey on foot. If they would have focused on their goal, it would have taken them 11 days. 11 days. You want a 40-year journey, or would you like to do it in a couple of weeks? Would you like to just get there a lot faster? Is there a faster way? Is there a key to finding out what we want? And I believe there is. I believe that there is. It's simply this: we become what we think about. We become what we think about. In fact, if you think about nothing, we're going to get and become nothing. And a man is the sum of his thoughts all day long. What do you think about all day long? What is it that really is driving you towards your destination? What is it that you really, truly want? Because you're worth more than you think. Again, they have proven that our body, if we're dead, if we donate it to science, will fetch $550,000. That's incredible to me. That's how much we're worth when we're dead, guys. That's about one of my life insurance policies. So, what if you're worth that much when you're dead? Awaken the dawn within you. When God created the heavens and the earth, according to biblical text, it says he spoke everything into existence. He spoke, and therefore it happened, right? Until he got to you. Until he got to you, my friend. Until he came to you. And then he formed you out of the clay. He spoke and everything existed. And then he formed you. Then he took the time and he formed you. Think about that. Spoke the stars into existence, spoke the sun, put the sun in its place by the spoken word, you know, spoke the grass, spoke the water, spoke the sky, spoke, and then he came to you. He came to you because you are the apple of his eye. You are majestic beyond measure. You are worth more than you imagine. I mean, think about it. They've also said this. If you have a heart attack right now, and they have to go get those paddles, those they go to boom. They say the word clear. Now, why they say the word clear is the same power that it takes to start your heart, to get it to beat, is the same power that can start it is the same power that can stop mine. Think about that. So that is the power. Every time your heart beats, guys, um, you are literally, you're literally got the power of life and death every time your heart beats. That's every decision you make, every time your heart beats. That's what you're worth. That's how much power you have going through you. If they took that, I imagine it could light up a city of 15,000 for 7 days. And if you do the math on that, that's $750,000 a day while we're sleeping just to keep our heart beating. Because if it takes that much to get our heart to start, then it has to take that much for our heart to continue beating without wires. When you go across the carpet or when you, and then you get that shock of electricity, you just touch somebody else and then all of a sudden there's electricity. That's what you are. You're waves of energy. They say if you put us under a curly in photography, that's like infrared technology, they would see waves of energy flowing, vibrating, spinning, all at high rates of speed to keep you alive, to keep you moving. That is what you are worth. And I need to remind you of your greatness, guys. You're great. You are greatness personified. There is nobody on earth like you. No one on earth. Absolutely none. There's nothing we can't accomplish. If you take these 6 things, I'll just put them up here on the screen for you guys. If we take these 6 things, I want to just put this up here. You, you know, you've either got to have a failure consciousness or you've got money mania. You're either conscious about failure or something along those lines. And I'm telling you guys, you can have what it is that you want to have, and you can do what you want to do. But you've got to get rid of those fear of failure consciousness, um, and stop chasing money, chase service, chase who you are. Get a goal that is so exhilarating that it excites you and it scares you at the same time. One that's so in tune with your mental and spiritual core that you'll willingly dedicate all of your waking hours and all of your resources to its attainment so that you can say at the end of your life, I'm so incredibly grateful to this idea that used my life. Okay? So you gotta think about that. Gotta think about that. So back to what I want to go through here with you. Number one, determine what you want, okay? You got to determine what it is that you want and do it now. Determine what you want and focus on your goals. Focus on your goals, okay? Write it down. Write down what you want and then write down a set a date by when you want it, okay? Set a date by when you want it. It's very important. Let me talk to you a little bit about the date here. Let me talk to you a little bit about a date. The date is set that date, and um, the reason it's so important. My wife and I, when we got married on a Friday night. It was November 30th, 2001. We met March 11th, 2001. We got married 6 months later, November 30th, 2001. And she was in love she set a date of November 30th because she wanted to have the Christmas lights at the Botanical Center. And she was like, I am going to have the Christmas lights. She was in love, guys. First of all, when you go back to write down what you want, you got to have a goal well, it's so exhilarating that it excites you and it scares you at the same time. One that's so in tune with your mental and spiritual core that you'll willingly dedicate all of your waking hours and all of your resources to its attainment so that you can say at the end of your life, I'm incredibly grateful for this idea that used my life, that used my life. Oh, what a different story we would have if we would fall in love with a dream. Fall in love with a dream. Get that moving in your side that it just stirs you. Make no small plans, for they have no power to stir man's blood. So when you set a date, you can be in love. You could be in love with what you want. Okay. See, my wife was in love with the Christmas lights at the Botanical Center. Not so much with me, but with the Christmas lights at the Botanical Center. And they were only available in 2001, or we would have had to wait a complete another year to have that facility. And she was determined to get married on a Friday night. Well, anyway, and I said to her, because we started having issues with the caterers and cake decorators and all that, and I said to her, well, we probably could move it to Saturday. No, no, no. She had determined her date. So determine a date when you want something. And guess what? She didn't care about the cake decorators. She didn't care about the caterers. She was in love with those Christmas lights. And guess what? We got married on Friday night, November 30th, 2001. No questions asked. So set a date right when you want it. Then determine what you're going to give in exchange for what it is that you want. Okay? What it is that you want. And then come up with a plan of how you intend to bring that service to the surface. Come up with a plan of what you intend to do. And then number 5, vitally important, write out a life statement of how you feel now that you've got it. Christ said, pray believing as if it's already taken place in it, and you'll have it. Whatsoever things you ask for in prayer, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. In other words, he said, believe before you get them. Believe, what is it? Let's see here. What is it that believe that you receive them and you shall have them. In other words, no matter what's in your bank account, no matter what isn't in your bank account, no matter what car you drive, no matter what car you don't drive, no matter what house you live in or don't live in, he's saying, believe it as if you've already got it. Believe it is as if you already got it. And then the next step is read your statement out of goals out loud twice daily with emotion, seeing yourself and believing yourself all ready to be in possession of the thing that you want. And with the help of God, you'll get it. Just do that. Be very key on what it is that you want. Write those things down. By the way, they came from the book Think and Grow Rich. You know what I loved about the book Think and Grow Rich? It was written at a time when they had absolutely nothing, and yet they created everything. And here we live at a time where we have an absolutely everything, and we're creating very little. So what is it that you really want? What is it that you're willing to give in exchange for what you want? And then um, write down a date by which you want it. Write out a plan of how you intend to bring the service to the surface. And then number five, write out a life statement of how you feel now that you got it. And that's hard for people because they have this attitude of, yeah, I'll believe it when I can see it. When I have it in my hand, then I'll believe it. If God wants me to have it, he'll put it. If it's God's will, I'll get it. You know, it's God's will that none should perish. It's God's will that you. In fact, it says in the Bible, it says, "Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." In fact, it's God's will to bring heaven to earth. You know who stops it? We do. With all of our ideas and our programming and our stuff, our doubts and our worries and our concerns. So focus on that. And then read your statement out loud twice daily with emotion, seeing yourself, feeling yourself, and believing yourself already in possession of the thing that you want. But you're worth more than you think. You have a great day, guys. My name is Jonathan Ribble, and if I can help anybody, please let me know. It's good to see you all, and have yourselves a great day. Thank you.